In 2015, a couple in San Jose became the victims of a terrifying home invasion. The intruders were never found. Police urged the couple to install security cameras, and they did. 6 cameras, watching every angle of the house. On May 8th of that same year, those cameras recorded something even worse. 2 men in black clothing scaled the fence. They slipped through an unlocked sliding door and went straight to the kitchen. One of them unplugged the house phone. The other rifled through drawers until they armed themselves with kitchen knives. The footage then shows them racing upstairs, blades in hand. At the end of the hallway, one man pressed his ear to a locked door. From inside came the sound of a baby crying. Behind that door was Rosie, a family friend, babysitting the couple's child. Instead of fleeing, the men began kicking at the door. Each strike splintered the wood until a hole formed. Through it, knives slashed into the dark. Rosie grabbed the child and barricaded them both in the bathroom. She screamed that she had called the police. Finally, the intruders ran. They vanished before officers arrived. The men were never identified. Their intentions never revealed. But questions remain. Were they there to steal or to harm? And if Rosie hadn't fought to protect that child, what would these men have done once the door finally gave way? Margaret Woodward was 68 years old, living in the quiet town of Long Eaton, England. But her home had become a target. Throughout 2013, it was broken into 5 separate times. Desperate for protection, she finally followed police advice and installed security cameras. Not long after, a 6th intruder appeared. It was 1 in the morning. As Margaret slept in her living room, a man crept inside. The footage shows him moving silently through the house, taking what he wanted, while she remained unaware. She didn't wake until the alarm sounded. Startled, Margaret grabbed her cane and chased him from the home. Police reviewed the footage and identified the man, 51-year-old Patrick Reed, responsible for all 6 break-ins. In total, he had stolen nearly $1,000. Reed was sentenced to 4 years and 8 months in prison. But the most unsettling detail remains. How many nights had he stood there before, watching Margaret sleep, without ever being caught? This footage comes from a home security camera in Vacaville, California. It was April. The streets were filled with children walking home from school. Among them, a young girl with a backpack stepped into frame. But she wasn't just walking home. She was being followed. For several blocks, a dark Pontiac shadowed her every move. She noticed, and when a parked truck appeared, she seized the chance to hide. The girl stopped suddenly, vanishing behind the vehicle. The Pontiac slowed to a crawl. The driver waited, expecting her to emerge. When she didn't, he lingered, then drifted forward. But the girl's relief was short-lived. Moments later, the car returned. She stayed hidden, shifting with every move he made. The Pontiac passed, then reversed, creeping back to speak with her. Each time, she slipped further out of view. Finally, the driver pulled away. The girl ran. Police later identified the man behind the wheel, a 24-year-old. He was questioned, but not arrested. Technically, no crime had been committed, and so nothing more could be done. But what was he really planning that day? And if not for that parked truck, would she have ever made it home? In October of 2016, a Florida family awoke to find several belongings missing. The night before, everything was in place. By morning, it was gone. To find out what happened, they checked their security cameras. At 1:30 in the morning, the truth was revealed. A man was inside their home. He moved quietly through the living room, only feet away from 3 children asleep on the couches. He circled them, searching for valuables. Each item he found, he passed through the door to another man waiting outside. This one carried a gun. The family called police immediately, but the intruders were never identified. Never caught. Authorities later admitted one disturbing detail. Had anyone in that house woken up, they likely would have been shot. In Hudson, Wisconsin, a woman opened her blinds one morning and froze. In the snow beneath her window, footprints trailed directly to the glass, then back the way they came. Someone had been standing there, watching. Fearing it would happen again, she set up a camera outside her bedroom window. A few nights later, it did. The camera captured a man. Face visible, leaning in, peering through the glass. Police reviewed the footage and traced a vehicle leaving the scene. The trail led to Robert Cessna, a respected executive at 3M. His online profile showed him as a global vice president, and his appearance matched the man in the video. When questioned, Cessna denied everything, but neighbors came forward, and with mounting evidence, his lie collapsed. He was charged with felony stalking. Soon after, he lost his position at 3M. But one question lingers. How many nights had he been there before? Watching silently from the dark, without leaving a single trace.